Hey everyone, I'm back. Apologies for the lack of video following the Brentford game. However, I was on holiday in Cyprus, and to be honest with you, after that game, I didn't really feel like I was in the mood to make a video, just basically saying how disappointed, I was after that game, and how that's such a poor result and leaves us where we are. Anyway, listen, I don't want to go into a whole spiel about that game, but I just thought I'd come clean. I thought I'd come on video and be honest and open. About a month ago, I did a video where I said it was an absolute liberty that Tottenham were asking me to make a decision about my season ticket so early, with so much still to play for, and all the questions that it raises around, you know, will we be in the Champions League? Will we be in the Europa? Will we be in the Europa Conference? Will Harry Kane stay? Will we make any signings? Will Antonio Conte still be there? You know, there's so many unanswered questions and so on. And I felt it was a liberty, and I still do. And I guess that was a bit of a reactionary response to this. You know, come and sign up for next year, blah blah blah. You know, but the truth is, I'm an addict. I'm a Tottenham addict, and even if they were playing on Hackney Marshes, I'd probably still want to go and watch them, right? Because it's a weird situation, isn't it? Once it's in your blood, it's in your blood. You cannot get away from it. You know, there are people that will say, I don't watch the games, or I don't go to the games, or I don't buy merchandise, and so on and so forth, to make their stand and to put it out. But if someone says something about Tottenham, or someone says to you, which, you know, what team do you support? Even people that don't go to matches or try not to watch games or are not as invested in the football will still hold a little bit of their heart in Tottenham. And that is the key to this situation. The club know they've got you. They've got you on the hook. You will pass it on to your children, to your grandchildren. And they will in turn pass it on to theirs. My son and my daughter both follow football, both Tottenham supporters. I've got 5 grandchildren who all are considered Tottenham fans. They wear Tottenham shirts and so on and so forth. So you kind of pass this legacy through your family. Myself, I didn't have any family influence. Indeed, you know, most of my family are Tottenham or West Ham or whatever. And I think even on the distant side, there's a load of Arsenal and all the rest of it. So because of where we come from in London, so I didn't have that family influence, but just through me going to football, that's created the next level of Tottenham fans. And I'm sure that's the same for pretty much most Tottenham fans, if not all. You'll always have the odd throwback whose child will go on and support, you know, Chelsea or Arsenal because they may be doing better or whatever. But essentially, we pass that legacy on. And the club know that. So we are hooked, addicted. And so yesterday I did renew my season ticket. And I know, the reality is, I know that I'll be able to get tickets without that season ticket. I know there will be games that I won't be able to go to. And I know that it will be ups and downs all season. But in my heart, I know that it took me so long to get a season ticket that now I've got one. I don't want to give it up, because just on that small possibility that Tottenham get into a final of some sort, I know I'm pretty much guaranteed that I'm going to be able to get a ticket to go to that final. And that's the only benefit really of being a season ticket holder, is that if you get to that situation where you're in a final. As a season ticket holder, you're going to get a ticket. As a non-season ticket holder, you're going to have to beg, borrow, steal, get your mates or whatever, or being first, or get in the queue, or whatever it might be, to be able to get that that magic ticket. But yeah, so I thought I better come clean, because you know, I said that I was undecided, and I was still, you know, I'm still adamant that it's the wrong decision from the club to ask people at this day and age to pay out this amount of money, just on the off chance that you know, we could make a final. They want their guaranteed income, I get that, but they hold us to ransom on the fact that it doesn't matter what they serve up, you're still going to pay your money. You know, the dross over the last few games doesn't alter the fact that on Sunday I'll be travelling up from Dorset to the game with my mate to watch it, hoping for a better game than we had before. And there's nothing I can do about how poorly we played in the previous games. And I get all that about, if you don't put the money in, you know, they'll do more, or they'll get the message and all the rest of it. I get it, but I just don't believe it. I don't believe that the owners will be bothered about whether I personally sign up for the ticket or whether someone else signs up for the ticket. Someone will sign up for the ticket. There is a long waiting list for season tickets, and people will inevitably buy them. So if it's not me, it's going to be somebody else. And I know that's a weak argument, so you know, I get it. But at the same time, like I said, they know I'm an addict. I can't help myself. You know, I do my own little thing. You know, I try to eat outside the ground. I drink outside the ground. I don't spend anything inside the ground. The only thing they'll get from me is my season ticket, so that I can go to the games. But apart from that, I don't give them. I don't buy merchandise. If anything, I'll go to Mario at the N17 stall, and I'd buy something from there. Although I don't even do that, to be honest with you, because I'm not a great fan of apparel. You know, there's a few guys that sell decent t-shirts. A guy called Phil Hickin and Ronnie Kidd, people like that. You can get some really cool designs on Facebook and that, and Mario himself, to be fair. So I might occasionally buy that kind of thing, but apart from that, I don't really subscribe to all that. So I do my own little demonstration in a way, without going the whole hog and cutting out my season ticket and not going to football anymore, because, as I say, in the years where I was bringing up my children, it was a luxury I could not afford, and so now that I've got that opportunity, I don't really want to give it up. So, but I'm literally coming clean and being honest with you guys, because I don't want to lead anybody astray. That I'm going to make this stand just because a month ago I said that I thought it was wrong. I still think it's wrong, but at the same time, you have to do what you have to do. I have applied to change my seat. I'd like to get down into the safe standing. I'm currently in the south stand, but in the bit where you sit. So I want to go down into the lower level, hopefully, and be able to stand, because I feel like, fingers crossed, there'll be a little bit more atmosphere and a little bit more passion in the fans, and that will hopefully be the last time that I move, and I'll stay there and be in that position. So yeah, so anyway, a little bit of a boring video, I'm afraid. Apologies for that, but I just felt it was the right thing to do, to be clear that I've signed up for another season of disappointment maybe, but as a it's not doing you any good, but you still can't keep away from it. So we'll leave it there, and we'll keep on hoping, hopefully see some of you at Leicester at the weekend. Up the Spurs!